Hey everyone, welcome back to Clip Your English. I'm Jake.
And I'm Rachel. This is episode 5 of our Learn English with Movies series. Today, we're talking about something every English learner struggles with: subtitles. Should you use them? Should you turn them off? We're going to help you figure it out.
By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly when to use subtitles and, more importantly, how to slowly stop depending on them. Plus, we've got a great movie recommendation for you, so stick around.
So, Jake, be honest. When you were learning Spanish, did you always use subtitles?
Okay, you got me. Yeah, I did. I was totally addicted to them. I couldn't watch anything without Spanish subtitles on.
See, it's totally normal. But here's the thing. Subtitles can be both helpful and, well, a bit of a trap.
Exactly. It's like training wheels on a bike, super helpful when you're starting out, but eventually you gotta take them off.
Ooh, I love that comparison. So let's talk about when subtitles are actually good for you.
Right. When you're a beginner, and I mean total beginner, subtitles in your native language can help you follow the story.
But here's the key thing. You shouldn't rely on them forever. It's like if you always read the subtitles, your ears don't get stronger.
Exactly. Your brain gets lazy. It's like, oh, I don't need to listen carefully. I can just read.
So what's the solution? Well, there's actually a smart way to use subtitles.
Tell them about the 3-step method, Rachel.
Okay, so here's what I recommend. Step 1, watch with subtitles in your language first. Just enjoy the movie and understand the story.
Then step 2, and this is where it gets interesting, watch the same movie again, but with English subtitles.
Yes, this is super important. Now you're reading English while hearing English. Your brain starts connecting the sounds with the words.
It's like you're training your brain to recognize English patterns. The spelling, the pronunciation, everything starts clicking together.
And then step 3, the scary one, no subtitles at all.
I know. It sounds terrifying. But remember, you've already seen this movie twice. You know the story.
Exactly. So even if you miss some words, you can still follow along. And that's when real learning happens.
You know what's funny? A lot of my students tell me, but Jake, I feel lost without subtitles.
Oh, I hear that all the time too. But feeling a little lost is actually, well, it's part of the process.
Think about it. When you have a conversation with a native speaker, there are no subtitles in real life.
Right? Can you imagine, subtitles just floating above people's heads when they talk?
That would be amazing, though. Anyway, the point is you need to get comfortable with not understanding every single word.
And here's a secret. Even native speakers don't catch every word in movies sometimes, especially in action scenes or when people are whispering.
So true. I was watching this thriller last week, and I had to rewind 3 times because the actor was mumbling.
See, it happens to everyone, so don't be too hard on yourself.
Now, let's talk about some practical tips. Rachel, what do you tell your students about choosing the right movies?
Great question. When you're practicing without subtitles, don't jump straight into complex dramas or sci-fi movies.
Yeah, start with something simple, like romantic comedies, family movies, or animated films.
Animated movies are perfect. The voices are usually very clear, and the vocabulary is, well, not too complicated.
Plus, they're fun. Learning should be enjoyable, not stressful.
Absolutely. And here's another tip. Choose movies you've already seen in your language.
Oh, that's smart. Like, if you loved The Lion King as a kid, watch it in English.
Exactly. You already know what happens, so you can focus on the language instead of trying to follow the plot.
What about TV shows? Are they different from movies?
Good point. TV shows can actually be easier because you get used to the characters' voices and speaking styles.
True. After a few episodes, you start understanding their accents and the way they talk.
But here's the thing. Some shows are way harder than movies. Like legal dramas or medical shows have tons of technical vocabulary.
Ugh, don't even get me started on medical shows. I'm a native speaker, and I still don't understand half the words they use.
Right? So stick to sitcoms or light dramas when you're starting out.
Now, what if someone feels like they're not improving? Like, they've been watching without subtitles for weeks, but still feel lost?
That's frustrating. But here's the thing. Progress in language learning isn't always obvious.
Yeah, it's not like suddenly one day you understand everything perfectly. It's more gradual than that.
Think of it like working out. You don't see muscles after one day at the gym, right? But after weeks and months, wow, big difference.
Great analogy. Your listening muscles are getting stronger, even if you don't notice it immediately.
And here's something cool. Try watching the same movie 3 months later. You'll be amazed at how much more you understand.
Oh, that's such a good feeling. It's like, wait, I actually got that joke this time.
Exactly. Those little moments of progress are so motivating.
All right, so let's wrap this up with our movie recommendation. Rachel, what are we suggesting this week?
Okay, so we've recommended some pretty popular movies in our previous episodes. This time, I want to suggest something a bit different. The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Ooh, interesting choice. Why that one?
Well, it's got beautiful, clear English, very proper and elegant. Plus, the story is engaging but not too complex.
And the main character, Ralph Fiennes, has this amazing British accent. Very clear pronunciation.
Exactly. It's perfect for learners who want to hear crisp, well-spoken English. Plus, it's just a beautiful film to watch.
The dialogue is also quite formal and polite, so you'll learn some lovely expressions you can use in professional situations.
Just remember our 3-step method, okay? First with your language subtitles, then English subtitles, then no subtitles at all.
And don't rush it. Take your time with each step. There's no hurry.
So, to sum up, subtitles aren't evil, but they shouldn't become a crutch.
Use them smartly. Start with them, then gradually challenge yourself to watch without them.
Remember, feeling a little lost is normal and actually good for your learning.
And pick movies you'll enjoy. Learning English should be fun, not torture.
If this episode helped you understand subtitles better, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more English conversations every week.
And tell us in the comments, do you use subtitles? What's your biggest challenge with listening to English?
We read every comment and love hearing from you guys.
See you next week for another episode of Learn English with Movies.
Until then, happy watching, everyone.